This Memorial Day, we need to again honor our brave servicemen and servicewomen who have died and or been maimed in the line of duty. It's very, very important. And I understand that because I represent a lot of the families of servicemen who have been killed in combat and those who have been maimed. I represent Ty Woods and Sean Smith's parents who died at Benghazi. Frankly, they died at the hand of Hillary Clinton, who was using a private email server at the time as Secretary of State, giving the terrorists an opportunity to find the coordinates of my client's sons and Ambassador Chris Stevens. I brought a lawsuit on that behalf for wrongful death against Hillary Clinton and also for defamation because she defamed my clients, called them liars in terms of what had gone on. And if you can believe this was dismissed by a leftist Democrat appointed judge, Amy Berman, on the eve of Memorial Day. And then I took it up on appeal to the DC Circuit. And sitting on that panel, the three-judge panel, were two socialists and one communist who basically deep sixed the case. And it's not funny. It's not funny at all. A lack of respect. And then I represented the families of Extortion 17, 30 special ops, including Navy SEALs, some of which may have been in the raid that killed bin Laden. We don't know because they're not supposed to say. But they were disrespected as well. We could not find out the cause of the death. We think that it was a green on blue attack. Afghans who were inserted at the last minute, and the Afghan military blew the helicopter up. They were doing a mission in the Tangi Valley to try to root out Taliban terrorists, and they were killed. The military brass didn't even have the courtesy to tell the parents exactly what had happened. It's been covered up to this day, and we brought a lawsuit with regard to that as well. It's still pending against Afghanistan, against the Taliban, against Iran. Then I represented Lieutenant Commander Jack Daly, who did a surveillance mission, a spy mission over Puget Sound because Russian trawlers, fishing boats, were spying on our submarine fleet there. They almost drummed him out of the military, despite the fact that he was lazed by the Russian fishing trawler. I went to a case in front of a judge in Seattle who actually invited Russian judges into the courtroom at the time. I say this because it's time for we, the American people, to rise up and be there for our brave military men and women. We are doing that at Freedom Watch. We don't give up. Most of these cases are already still ongoing. And if there's anyone out there, man or woman, that has an issue, that needs help, please come to Freedom Watch. We'll represent you pro bono if there's a legitimate case, and I'm sure there will be. Because you are the backbone of this country. You're the people who have given your lives or risked your lives. I know people who have wanted to go to Afghanistan even to detonate bombs of the Taliban. And they were willing to risk their lives. Women were willing to do that. Men and women serving the needs of the American people. So let us take our hats off to our military men and women this Memorial Day. Let us do our best to try to rid the bureaucracy in Washington, D.C. of those that would sacrifice their lives without an adequate means of defense and for little or no reason. You know, over 22 servicemen and women commit suicide every day as a result of PTSD and other emotional issues. They're not being adequately cared for in veterans' hospitals. This is a big issue. And as the world basically is in flames today, and as our military is being compromised based on woke social issues rather than developing a strong fighting force, the Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin, is playing political games at the Defense Department on behalf of Joe Biden and the left. We cannot allow this to occur much longer, and we need not just to give lip service to our brave servicemen and women, but to actually rise up and do something to protect them now and into the future. So God bless you all this Memorial Day. Remember, the Father and Son will only help us if we help ourselves. Go to freedomwatchusa.org, support our cause. We are with you. We need to support our brave servicemen and women, and we need to honor them and to pray this Memorial Day that they will be treated fairly now and going into the future. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast. Remember, the Father and Son will only help us if we help ourselves.